Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, renewable energy is having a bit of a moment. Next week, the result of competitive auctions for contracts to provide clean electricity for the UK will be revealed. And they're likely to show that the cost of offshore wind power is now cheaper than ever before. So the new generation of wind farms will be able to produce more energy more reliably. And that has knock-on benefits for Britain's coastal economy too, as our science editor Tom Clark has been finding out.
For years, much of Britain's coastal economy has been in decline. But one industry has been growing fast, and next week passes a major milestone.
All clear?
And it's carrying other businesses in its wake. The company that runs this boat, Seawind, operates 16 of these British-built crew transfer vessels around the coast. And their business, servicing most of Britain's offshore wind farms, is booming. On Monday, results of the latest renewable energy auction by government are expected to prove the price of offshore wind has fallen up to 50% in the last 5 years, making it significantly cheaper than nuclear power for the first time.
The size of the turbines has increased, the shape of the blades, the way that we manufacture the components of the turbines, and actually all of the businesses like Seawind and others that have built up on the coastlines and in the local towns around these sites are enabling us to be more efficient.
Thanet Wind Farm, where we are, is just one of 4 major sites in the Thames estuary. There are now 28 operational wind farms around our coasts, producing 5.5 gigawatts of power, enough for 4.5 million homes. And 2 monsters will start construction soon, East Anglia 1 and Hornsea 1, which will become the world's largest.
There's no denying the British offshore wind industry is a great industrial success story, but it's got there with a lot of help from the taxpayer. And right now, more than ever, it's having to justify the support it's been getting from all of us.
Wind power gets a subsidy because it's more expensive than planet-warming gas. But unlike fossil fuels, it's not there when the wind isn't blowing. It's now part of a pre-Brexit price review of all electricity sources in the UK.
If you look at a more flexible, more dynamic energy system with, say, more electric vehicles going out into the 2030s, then the backbone of that energy system should be cheap renewables. That is going to be the way to keep bills low, and you won't find an energy analyst out there that disagrees with that vision of the future.
But as Brexit looms, the industry is still anxious about government support. Perhaps why its new report out today highlights how nearly half of offshore wind investment stays in the UK, meaning jobs where others are disappearing. This skipper used to be a fisherman.
A lot of the skippers that we have employed before are all been ex-fishermen. They make the best skippers.
If money does get tight in years to come, offshore wind may look like an expensive luxury. But it's also proving subsidies can help kickstart a new industry that will one day be able to pay its own way.
A windswept Tom Clark there.